This is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene. Hello and welcome. This is your daily devotion for Wednesday, December the 8th. Today we are reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah. We'll be reading chapter 11, verses 1 through 10. Here's the word of the Lord. A shoot will come up from the stump of Jesse. From his roots a branch will bear fruit. The Spirit of the Lord will rest on him. The Spirit of wisdom and of understanding, the Spirit of counsel and of might, the Spirit of the knowledge and fear of the Lord. And he will delight in the fear of the Lord. He will not judge by what he sees with his eyes or decides what he hears with his ears. But with righteousness he will judge the needy. With justice he will give decisions for the poor of the earth. He will strike the earth with the rod of his mouth. Righteousness, with the breath of his lips, he will slay the wicked. Righteousness will be his belt, and faithfulness the sash around his waist. The wolf will live with the lamb, the leopard will lie down with the goat, the calf and the lion and the yearling together, and the little child will lead them. The cow will feed with the bear, their young will lie down together, and the lion will eat straw like the ox. The infant will play near the cobra's den, and the young child will put its hand in the viper's nest. They will neither harm nor destroy on all my holy mountain, for the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. In that day, the root of Jesse will stand as a banner for the peoples. The nations will rally to him, and his resting place will be glorious. And that is the word of the Lord. The article today by Dwayne Brush is His Promises Never Fail. Here's what Dwayne writes. King David, the youngest son of Jesse of Bethlehem, was chosen by God to be king over Israel. From 1 Samuel chapter 16. God later made David an extraordinary promise. Your house and your kingdom will endure forever before me. Your throne will be established forever. This comes from 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 16. But it wasn't, at least not in the way David and his contemporaries perhaps expected. David's sin, along with his son Solomon's disregard for God's law, sowed corruption. The kingdom soon split like a diseased tree destroyed from within. Only a lifeless stump remained. What happened to God's promise? Centuries later, a divine branch began to grow. That we said in verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord will rest on him. Righteousness will be his belt, and faithfulness the sash around his waist. The root of Jesse will stand as a banner for the peoples. The nations will rally to him, and his resting place will be glorious. God's promises do not fail. In Bethlehem's manger a cry is heard. The branch is springing forth. God is always doing something grander and more wonderful than we could ever imagine. The hymn is Come, Thou Long Expected Jesus by Charles Wesley. Born thy people to deliver, born a child and yet a king, born to reign in us forever, now thy gracious kingdom bring. In Luke, Gospel of Luke, chapter 2, verse 11. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. And this is your daily devotion for Wednesday, December the 8th. Have a blessed day.